connected through different systems, clutches here in between, until it gets to the crankshaft flywheel connections. So that means the energy of the exhaust gas and the heat will be transferred into mechanical energy, which get transferred over some clutches and gearboxes on the speed to the engine and stabilize or can increase the load of the engine or reduce the gas consumption of the engine, like in the diesel trucks as well, that they use the diesel consumption for using more energy from the exhaust gas to move it into mechanical energy directly to the flywheel. This system, as I mentioned already, is developed directly from Scania. Here are some more information about the temperature difference after and before turbine, the speed, and the different clutches and gearbox. Let's move me quickly out of the way. So have a look on that. I think we have in the most of the system at your plants the turbo compound installed. So this is the structure of the turbo compound and the function of the turbo compound. So jump over to biogas treatment. Okay, as I mentioned already, we have different contents in biogas. So the biggest content usual is the methane content. The second biggest one is the CO2 content. So both together actually is almost, they're already close to 100%, so between 90 and 95%. The rest is then water or H2O. And then we have small parts of hydrogen, ammonia, and hydrosulfate, so sulfur content. So, and the CH4 content is the calorific value, so the energy content of the main energy content of biogas. And again, please remember, biogas is natural fuel, so that means it's not stable. It's always fluctuating. Depends on the biogas production. In the digester, the treatment system, the feeding time, the feedstock, the temperature, and so on. Okay. Sorry. Let's the next. Okay, biogas treatment. So this is the biggest, sometimes the biggest content in biogas as a bad content what can have very bad impact on the parts of the biogas plant and as well on the parts of the CHP unit. So the H2S, so the hydrogen sulfide, the sulfur content, can fluctuate very big. So we need treatment system after it. So then the bad impact of H2S. Yeah, it can form during the composition of organic matter. So it will build up in the biogas plant, in the biogas by themselves, and can get sucked into the system. This can start corrosion. The problem what I know that you can get with a high sulfur content problems on the pipes, on the gas regulator valve, on the gas solenoid valve, and so on. The H2S content is a very acid stuff what can have a big impact on the engine oil. So that means the engine oil get older very quick, so the lifespan reduced, and through a bad engine oil we get damages on the engine by themselves. So if we have the case that we have a high H2S content, it will help if we reduce the oil change interval as well to compensate any damages on the CHP. The sulfur content is attacking all metals, like all the bearings, crankshaft bearings, and so on. So if it's got content in the engine oil is directly connected to all the bearings in the engine. So this high H2S content can damage all the bearings, which later on can damage the crankshaft and the engine by themselves. Okay, please keep that in mind. So, why is my video, sorry, my video is not flowing nicely right now. Let's see. Okay, to prevent a too high H2S content, we have different options. I only had here 3 in place at the moment. Let's move that. Oh, sorry. So we're talking about here air injection. So if with O2, so with oxygen injection into the biogas, into the digester gas storage, we can reduce the H2S content in the biogas already. Another point will be iron hydroxide. It's like a powder what we can add to the system. And last but not least, what we usually use on the Schnell biogas plants as well is active carbon filter. So the active carbon filter sit after the biogas plant before the CHP unit. So this will reduce the H2S content as well. Okay, so there are more components, content in the biogas what is not healthy for the biogas plant supply system as well to the CHP unit. So we was talking about H2S. The other components we will do in a separate video. So about H2, H2O, and H3, etc. So we go into that deeper in another video. Okay, jump. Move. Okay, quick, some pictures what I put out. Damages on the engine through the different components here. So this is a broken engine. So we get broken engine through water content. Water content in the engine block combustion chamber. We can get damages on pistons. This is a burnt aluminum piston. It starts because of if we get into the point of too hot temperature in the combustion chamber, like if it starts with knocking, and the aluminum pistons start to burn or melt, and here a completely broken one. So this is knocking. It could happen through H2 content, ammonia as well, or very hard water hit. So if we get condensated water into the combustion chamber, water is not compressible. That means if we compress in the combustion chamber and we get water in it, the pressure will increase dramatically and it will damage some mechanical components like pistons. Okay, but again we will go into that a little bit deeper. So let's go quick through what did we learn today. Hopefully we understand the basic of dual fuel gas auto technology and injection technologies, so that we know the basics about the different kind of CHP units and injection technology or ignition technologies. We understand and hope to know what is the benefit of the different system. No system is perfect. No technology is perfect. It's always a pro and contra, and we have to decide from plant to plant, from case to case, which is the better technology, what we put in place to get the best benefit for our clients. We went through, now we now realize that the biogas, and maybe you realized already, but we know now that biogas is not stable, and we can have fluctuation in quality and quantity, and in bad content, what can have bad impact on the plant, gas supply system, and engine as well. We learned that there are a lot of unhealthy stuff, content in the biogas, what could damage the engine. We understand where the efficiency benefits is on the dual fuel technology and on the turbo compound of the Scania engines. So that's a quick summary of what we learned today. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much to you take the time and effort to go through that video. Hopefully see you soon again for the next video, and if you have any question, put it together, send it to me. I will answer all the questions and provide you with the right information for the next video, and try to put all this the questions into the next video or the next few videos, that we can answer all questions, and yeah, so thank you so much, arigato, and see you next time on the next video.